Alright, good Sunday afternoon. This will be a relatively short stream. Just grabbing some footage to give some basic guides for Terraria. Okay, so let's create a new character. We'll call him Jack. I'll make him a classic character. These things matter. Let's see, let's give him some hair and a goatee. Or a beard. We'll give him brown eyes. Let's give him some bright red shoes. There we go. Now, I personally don't like this particular style. I like having the other jacket. There we go. I much prefer having a coat. Okay. Now let's create a new world. Alright. Jack's world. Okay. We'll make it a big world. Under classic. Journey is a whole different responsibility, a whole different setting. It's like switching between survival mode and creative mode in Minecraft. But this is Terraria. We're going to go ahead and go with classic. We'll let Jack start off easy. Alright, while this is going, let me take a look at this real quick. I see. There we go. Okay. There is Jack's world. Alright guys, welcome to Terraria. This is the first thing you should do in the first day. Select your axe, or up and down on the mouse wheel. Now you can go to specific targeting. Or press the Alt key Control key, automatically target things that you can harvest with your weapon or equipment you've selected. The very first thing you want to do before that sun goes down and becomes night is to build yourself a house. I will be making a video further detailing the exact dimensions and style of houses you can make, but this is a guide for first day stuff. You want to collect all the acorns you can collect too, because you want to have that for planting trees for later. Now, it's not a bad idea to build your first house right next to world spawn. As a brand new character, you are not very strong, very capable. You can die rather quickly and rather easily. Since I'm right here, let's grab these. Okay. Now that I've harvested all the wood that I need, let's go to the first order of business. And that's building my first home in Terraria. Press the Tab key to open up inventory. Just kidding, that's the map key. Escape key. Now, down here is what you can craft. You can scroll up and down, or you press this icon to see everything that's available. I can make a workbench. Let's put that up there. Now I can make platforms. Let's make a whole bunch of those. That should be enough. Now let's defend myself. Okay. Now, most people would build their house on the ground. I like to build mine up in the air to keep the zombies out at night. Eventually in the game, the zombies learn how to open doors. Now, the Control key. I want it to be high enough for about 2 or 3 natural jumps of height. So 1, 2, 3. 4 is fine. For your first house, just wood blocks. Now, about 8 blocks across and 4 blocks high is a good enough dimensions to get the basic structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, 4 high is the bare minimum. I like to do a little extra. So 2, 3, 4, that's the minimum height. 5, and I build the ceiling across. However, I like to have a little extra headspace. Now, let's gather another critical component I'm going to need. These slimes provide something called gel. I need that gel in order to create torches. Now, let's get up there and finish building my first house. Here, let's drop a couple pieces of wood here. Let's drop my workbench here. Now, let's go ahead and remove that. Put that back in my inventory. Escape key. Crafting menu. For it to be a complete house, it's got to have an entranceway, a chair, a table, and a source of light. Let's get the table. Let's get the chair. Let's get the table. Now let's make the source of light. Alright. Only needs one torch. But I like having extras. Okay. It needs a wall to complete the setup. I think 60 pieces should be more than enough. Now, I hold this. Control key. Now it can auto fill in. So really all I needed was about 30 pieces of wall. 30 pieces. Now, depending on the way that you're standing will determine the way that your furniture is facing when you place it down. If I'm facing to the left, the chair's facing to the left. Let's turn around, face it to the right. Set it down. Now let's put down the table. Let's put down the light source. And let's put in the door. Now, this will tell me whether or not the house counts as good. Room is too small. So 8 across is too short. No matter. Let's make that better. Okay, that was 8 across. Alright, is 9 across big enough? Is 9 across big enough? Is 9 blocks across big enough? Nope, it has to be 10. Okay. It has to be pickaxe for demolishing the walls. Is 10 across good enough? Across, 5 high, and a door. That is a basic house. And look, the sun is almost down. Since I'm up here and in relative safety, let's go ahead and build another house. 1, 2. Okay, that's 10. And now, okay, let's make a little bit more wall. Okay, door, table, chair. Technically the crafting table counts as a table. That's a bit unsightly, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, why don't we go ahead and move my crafting table over 1 spot. Just so I can have that, and it counts. Now, let's see if this counts. Room is too small. Let's expand it out. Okay. We'll expand. Okay. Now, let's see if this is good enough. Now, my house in the sky has 2 rooms. Nightfall is coming. I'm about to get jumped by a whole bunch of zombies. I'm walking off screen of my house real quick, and then getting back to my house. I am also going to take some of these. Sunflowers are good to have around the house. They spawn light, and they help your character with happiness. Just in time for night, zombies are on their way. And that should be my cue to get back to my house as fast as I can. The first NPC is in the house. And there we go. Now I can wait out the night. Now the zombies are not intelligent enough to actually get into my house. So I am relatively safe. I can continue to work and expand my first house during the night, but I do have to keep watching the sky for flying creatures that do attack at night. Oh, you see there's one right there. And then I just... Now, I can wait it out, or I can fight them and clear them out, which I think I'm going to do. Now, I have only the starting weapons and equipment, so killing these mobs is not very effective at the moment. Go and just keep on building. Okay. Let's create some more walls, because 4 wall pieces is not enough. Control button, auto build. This is what you do as a brand new player in this game. Build up your first house. If you've got enough materials, don't build farther than what you have the ability to light up. Otherwise, you'll create an opening for enemies to spawn inside your house, and that is extremely inconvenient for you. Now, let's put a little bit of a filter to keep those flying critters from coming into my house. Eventually, I'm going to build a trap door right here. And then I'm going to put the rest of the way down with the rope and platform. That will make my first house impenetrable. And this is what you do on day 1 of Terraria. And look, night is almost halfway through. Easy peasy, man. Too easy. Now, this is a brand new character, brand new start. There we go. Let's put in the platform here. Now, this is a basic house just for function. You can build for style later. I like having it 5 high. As high as my natural jump. Before you start getting stronger. And then fill that in. Remember, don't build farther then what you have light to light up. Otherwise, enemies can and will spawn in dark places, which means unlit places in your house. So, I'll put a torch here and a torch here. Look, I'm past the halfway point of the night, and I've done my first stuff. Now, when it comes morning, I'm going to start going a bit crazy with my pickaxe so I can get stone. So I can start building more crafting kind of stuff. Okay. Let's expand this house a bit. Since I have the materials, let's make 2 doors. Actually, let's make 4 doors. Check. Hold on to these acorns for later, because you want to replant trees so you always have building material. Yeah, you're zombies, you're big and scary. Oh no. Alright. So, 10 across makes the base plate. 4 to 5 up makes the walls. That makes a legitimate standard horizontal style room in Terraria. There is vertical style of building in this game. I'll go over this. But first, there we go. Now we got a door. There we go. So let's go ahead and put that up. Let's keep it kind of nice and uniform. Uh-huh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And remember, don't build more than what you've got torches and light for. So, alright, let's go in, make some more wall pieces. It's about 30 wall pieces per room. About 30 pieces per wall. Okay. Now this is just a bare bones basic functional. There's no bling or real style. I'm just showing you things that are functional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's far enough. Alright, let's fill in with the walls. And it's almost morning. And I've done one of the most critical things you should do in Terraria when you start a new game. And that's build your first dadgun house. Alright. Now I'm going to put down a couple more walls. Here. Here. 2 doors. There we go. Now let's confirm. Uh-huh. Now I just need to put in the furniture, and these can be rooms for NPCs. Since it's still night, let's do that. I'm looking for 4, so let's see, I've already got the doors on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1. Give it a space from the door so it has room to open and close. And this is a plain style, functional, basic house you can make. Right at the start of the game, it's got stuff off the ground. You will be making changes to your house and improvements, but this is basic stuff. Good, 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 and good. I'm going to have all my crafting stuff up here and my first real storage up here. So, now that it's daytime, let's grab my crafting table. Technically, it's a workbench. We'll set it up here. I'm going to have this whole floor as open space. Uh-huh. And this will be where I store all of my crafting stuff. And I'm trying to future-proof it. Like so. I'm not worried about doors on this floor. And then this, it will be where I store all the treasure boxes I find along the way in my journey. This is the most basic and functional style of house in the game. Admittedly, it's kind of boring. You will find your own style and your own flair. But really, on your first day, you should make something like this. And I strongly suggest keeping your structure off the ground in this game. Alright. Let's fill in the walls. So, we just completed our first complete day and night. Let's go ahead and just finish here. Yeah, that'll do. That won't completely fill up the upper floor, but should be able to give me enough room to put some light up to keep the monsters out from spawning. Alright. Alright, let's put up my last 4 torches to keep the enemies from spawning in my own house. You can't be having that. That's a no-no. That is a no-go. Uh-huh. Now, a little bit of wood. Let's make a few more wall pieces. It won't completely fill it in. Alright. There we go. Now on to day 2 activities. What you're supposed to do on day 2. Day 2, you need to find stone and maybe create the components that will make your first hell shaft. Now, since I'm going to be tunneling under the ground, I should be able to get things to make torches with. So there's a slime. Let's kill the slime. Get some more wood. Now this is probably overkill for what I need to do. Day 2, you gotta find some stone, like right away. Okay, I think that's enough wood for me to make more torches with. Torches are important, guys. Let's make your first tunnel to your first underground section. And there is some stone. That's what I need to build my next critical item I need for my home. So let's get that stone. And then my next thing I'm looking for is either iron or lead ore, so I can make an anvil. It looks like I am nearing an underground cave system. That's just what happened at spawn, so let's getting a bit darker here. Won't be able to see very well. Alright, now we keep on going. Keep on, keep on. So this game is all about thinking about what you want to do before you do it, multitasking, thinking ahead. Right now my current equipment is not very good at all. So I should have enough stone now to make the next thing I want to make. But let's see, I've got 41 blocks of stone. Okay, you thought you were cute, huh? Alright, now let's take everything back. Alright, here's my workbench. Let's make the next thing I need to make. A furnace. I'll just go ahead, that's for refining materials. Oh, I've got enough copper to make some copper. Alright, I should switch out my copper sword for a wooden sword because that is an improvement over what I currently have. Now, let's make my first armor. It's better than nothing. Looks ugly. Every little defensive boost you can make will save your butt. Your first projectile weapon, wooden bow. You definitely should make that. Along with arrows, you need stone and wood to make arrows. And put it under ammo. Now I've got a bow and arrow. And in fact, let's take the last of the gel I got. Let's make some fire arrows. With the torches. Yeah. Okay. Let's make some more torches. There we go. Alright, so day 2 stuff. Now that I got the stone to make what I wanted to. Okay. Do I still have wooden planks? Yes, I do. This is very important for cave traversal. When you don't have rope, you can put planks on the wall. And light your way up so you don't. Okay, right here, wood plank, and we'll put a light source right there. Okay, I am at a impasse. Oh, yep, I can. Now, what I'm trying to find in this cave is a treasure chest. Okay. For now, this is about as far as I can go. Alright, till I find some rope. Or make some. Okay, so these are things you want to do in day 1, day 2. That is pretty. I don't want to cut that down. I just like that. I'm going to leave that there. I am going to take that. I like that tree. It is unique. Okay. Let's go to my crafting. Let's make a campfire. Now, these sunflowers give off light during the night. Plus, they lower the rate of enemy spawns. Slimes really aren't an issue. They give off some pretty good light, and they give you a buff. So, try to spread out these sunflowers. They actually benefit you. Alright, let's go put one more to the left. And we are almost at our second night. Now, on your third day, that's when you want to start venturing out. Just pick left or right, go as far as you can. But nightfall is coming. Since I'm here, and it's not quite nightfall yet, let's replant all the trees. Control. Because they grow into trees rather quickly. And they will eventually grow, and it's renewable resource. Alright, since I'm here, let's make some walls. Okay, there we go. I found rope, so I can proceed farther into that cave now. I'm trying to find a treasure chest to bring home. There we go. Once you get some more money, the merchant will show up and he'll move in because I've made home. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more suitable housing units for 5 more NPCs to show up. Okay. Always keep your top inventory bar organized with whatever it is you want to use, so you have that mouse wheel for quick access. Okay, it's nighttime. My character is still too weak to fight. I can wait in my house or go to that cave and stay in the cave and see how much further I get. I'm heading to the cave. And these are the things you do as a starting player in Terraria. When you go deep enough into the cave, you don't have to worry about the zombies coming after you. Now, I've got enough rope. And look, there's a treasure chest. Right down there. Exactly where I need it. Now, put some planks up here. Okay. Looks like I'm still press loop all. Alright, and then I use my pickaxe. Oh. I use my pickaxe to take the treasure chest. Let's get back home. Perfect. Got the treasure chest. And I use that to store all of my loot. Now I am going to have to fight my way through the zombies to get back into my house. But it's not very far, so I'm not really that concerned. And this is the second night. And look at this. This is how we do. Now, I designated this section of the house for putting all of my loot in. Now, let's deposit everything. Ooh, I'm going to keep that so I can build a lead anvil. This is actually good to have as an early player when you will easily die from fall damage. Let's put the wood back in my inventory. Oh, look at that. I found more of these. Let's hold on to planks. And recall potion. Have that hotkeyed. This is for fishing for later. Let's see if I can make a lead anvil. First things first, I have got to make lead bars. Lead anvil. Check. Yes, sir. See if I can still make that trap door. Trapdoor available to build? Nope, that'll have to wait till later. Oh well. Since I'm here... Now, it doesn't say iron bar or lead bar, but lead and iron work for the same thing as far as recipes go. There we go. Now I've got a second treasure chest. And let's put down that anvil. Now I can make better things. Uh-huh. What is... Alright. Light source, and you have faster health regeneration. Okay, they want to come in my house, huh? We are already halfway through the night. Yep. Alright. Yep, we are off to an excellent start. And my house, currently as it is safe and secure from anything the night can throw at me at the moment, minus the bosses. Yes, sir. Let's not waste my fire arrows on zombies. Let's just use my regular arrows. And this is how we Terraria. Oh, that one's got a torch. Zombies are dumb. They'll come. They're programmed to lock onto the player and just come straight to the player. go. Got some more torches. Let's head back to my cave. Alright. We are 2/3 through the night. This thing will save your bum. Give it that Mary Poppins. Alright. Alright, little slime. Oh, can't see very well. Now I'm so far under the ground, I'm away from the mobs and spawns under the night sky, which means I am finally properly into the cave system. Oh, one of them worms, those underground worms, there he goes. Gotta listen to those audio cues. You gotta learn to recognize them if you want to live. Alright. Ooh, I got some bombs. I got some boom booms. I like boom booms. Okay. That's a bit far for me. See if that rope goes down far enough. Yes, it does. It goes down far enough. Alright, we need some light. What's this over here? Oh, look at what we got here. This thing's worth some good materials. Alright. And... got some tungsten ore. Alright. Alright, check this out. Copper axe. This tree is a ruby. Ruby tree. Let's take it back home. This thing is really cool. Now I could use one of my recall potions and get home instantly, but that's really emergency use only. So, oh, and it's daytime. Which means I can and should go explore more of the surface world, not before I do something important. I want to show you what these ruby gen corn is. Okay. Got to find out something really cool. Okay. Ruby gem corn for planting ruby trees. They don't plant in the regular ground. Do plant on that. It'll grow into another ruby tree. And I just think they are cool. I think they're neat. Those will eventually grow into the ruby tree. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put one over here. Let's go put one right there. And I've got some rubies. Just one. Okay. Those will eventually grow into the ruby trees. You definitely want that. Deposit everything. Okay, need that for building. Don't need that. Okay. Alright, the day is still young. What I should be doing is exploring the world. Let's get a health potion. Uh-huh. Yep. Just looking at my inventory. Actually, I am going to need that gel for making torches as I go. Okay, so in Terraria, you start at the center of the map on the surface. Either to your left or your right, one direction will take you to the jungle, and the other direction will take you to the dungeon. So let's find out which way is which. I feel like going to the right. So, by your second or third day, you should want to go and start figuring out which way the jungle is and which way the dungeon is. So, I'm just on my way. Got a bow and arrow for long-range defense. I've got a better-than-nothing sword. Be on the lookout for treasure chests, loot drops. I have this to get me home in case I get in an emergency. But my goal, that scorpion won't hurt you. That vulture will hurt you though, and they are really nasty. Okay, what we have here is a future construction project. I'm going to build a home here and turn this area into a fishing hole. Fishing in this game gets you access to really good things for a early start part of the game. So I am going to turn that into a fishing hole. And okay. Now this is why I have extra wood with me. Because I can't make that jump across. If I fall down there, I will go splat. Okay, do I have any rope? I do not. I've got no shortage of planks, so. Alright, now I have a way back to get home. Honestly, rope is a lot better. But I currently don't have any rope. Let's keep on going. And we're eventually going to either run into the corruption or the crimson along the way. But you got to find out which way is what. Alright? Now. I can go down that way and explore it in the future, which I absolutely will. Now I can try to go up and around or tunnel through. It's faster to go up and around. So my objective is to figure out, is it the jungle or the dungeon that's to the right of world spawn? As soon as I know... Oh, I need that. I do need that. That's lead ore. It's functionally the same as iron. Sometimes the world will spawn lead instead of iron, but it works for the same exact thing. There's a little bit of copper. Copper makes the lowest tier, lowest grade tools and items. It's not great, but it's better than not having a tool. But it's literally the lowest grade. And there we go. Yeah, so there we go. All right. I see a treasure chest. I want the treasure chest. I see the treasure chest. I want it. Alright, loot all. And take the treasure chest. Remember, on your first outing, you're not really trying to go super cave diving just yet. You are trying to establish, is it the jungle or is it the dungeon that's one direction from your world spawn? Because that will influence greatly what you do next. Alright. I see some lead to the right, and I want it. Generally, when you're doing this world exploration, you're not worried about harvesting resources, but that low tier ore, stuff you need at the beginning. So, this is a bit of a diversion that's actually worth it. Alright, and there it is. There's the lead ore. Now, you will generally run into either the corruption or the crimson before you run into the jungle or the dungeon. So, I also have this world setting to maximum size. Oh, wow. Okay! This is why we don't just rush. There we go. And we keep on, keep on. Alright. Spiderweb. That is actually useful. Cobweb is... Okay. Confirmed. The jungle is to the right of world spawn. Okay. Now I know it's the jungle. And it's nearly nightfall. I normally don't waste a recall potion, but I do want to get home before nightfall. Okay, there we go. Now, let's make better tools. First of all, we need lead bars. Okay, check. Here. Let's go ahead and put this up here. Alright, let's get to crafting. I see a fishing rod. Let's make one. Because I was going to make a fishing place. And I've got some bait. Okay. Now, let's get back to crafting. Web rope. That's the same as regular rope. Just comes in web color. That's all. This stuff is so dang useful to have. You can make other things out of web too. Oh. Yeah, let's make one more of these. I want to make another one of those trees. Alright. Should be... Okay, I now... Oh! That's rough. Corruption is right next door to home base. That's rough. Alright, well, now we know. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to plant one of those. Now, 10 damage, 4 damage. Okay. Short range projectile, long range projectile. Okay. Now, what other equipment can I build? I make a pickaxe. Cannot make a lead pickaxe. I can definitely make a better sword. Let's make a better sword. Okay. That was a dreadful waste of a recall potion. But, here we go. Now, let's address something else. Something I can start making right now that I should make. And this is what's known as a hell shaft, which is something that you build straight down to the underworld. Gonna do is tunnel down as far as I can go. There we go, so I can just see where I'm going. And now you want to make a straight shaft down to the bottom of the map. And then this will basically open up most of the world for you for whatever you can handle. Just keep on going down. Keep on, keep on. I will use my recall potion. And now you just keep on going down. I hear the sound of water. Just keep on going down. Ah, here we go. Okay. This is why we get all the rope that we can get. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. And now, because I don't like being in the water, I have some boom booms. And let's throw the last one. And go on down. Okay. Alright, that's all the rope I've got. And eventually I come back when I have more rope. And yeah. There. That way I don't just fall down. Oh, you want to save those stars. And there is a hostile creature right there. Oh, there's two of them, in fact. All right. When you get a certain amount of money, the merchant will arrive. So you may as well grind and kill some baddies and get paid. Alright, so that way the merchant will finally show up. Uh-huh. So, to the right is the jungle. To the left, by simple deduction, will be the dungeon. Okay. And we are already 2/3 of the way through of the night. And easy peasy. Alright, pause it. I don't really need anything else at the moment. There we go. Arrows and worms for fishing. Okay. Don't quite have a gold coin just yet. Oh, gold. I like gold. Let's Let's make a gold bar. Can I make anything gold yet? Nope, not yet. Can make tungsten. Can I craft anything out of tungsten? I can make my boomerang better. Oh, very nice. Came with a good buff. That's wonderful. That is very nice. You know what? See? It reaches much further. This is objectively better than my bow and arrow at the moment. So, looks like this is my new primary weapon. Yeah, sweet. Okay. Why don't we set up that fishing house? Let's go ahead and set up the house for fishing. Because that is going to get me a lot of incredibly powerful and useful loot at the start of the game. And it is in the desert. Alright. It is pretty close to the end of the nighttime. Let's make a cute little oasis side house. I'll even make a little walkway. Okay. We need workbench. All right. Now, that should be good. We'll just build a walkway. You can still throw in your fishing line, and this just makes a convenient walkway. Okay. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got the merchant. He's at home base. Hey, mind, I'm kind of busy. Just rude. Any whoosies. Okay. That'll do. Put that there. Let's make a little home here. use a chair or two. A couple chairs. Couple of chairs. Where's the chairs? Where are you at, chair? I'm looking at the menu. Oh, come on. I should have plenty of... Where's the chair at? Lamp, 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 chair, chair, chair. Chair, chair, chair. Is that it? I don't really look like much of chairs, to be honest. Okay. Alright, where are the doors? Here, here, and up here. Alright. That'll do good enough for that. Alright, now we need to make the walls. Might be a touch overkill. Alright, here. Here. Now. There we go. Yep. I just kind of want it to be neat and clean, that's all. Okay. Now let's put some torches up. Some torches. This will give me some light at night. And now, let's start replanting some of those trees. So I like those palm trees, actually. You're just annoying. Now. There we go. And now, to get the Fisher Kid, I have to go to one end or the other end of the map. Alright. Here, let's head back to my home base and grab one of those treasure chests. Yeah, let's grab a treasure chest. Annoying. Let's go grab a couple of my treasure chests and bring it to my fishing house for storage. But there we go. We just built a fishing house. And as you find other places that make good fishing holes, why don't you set yourself up a house right there too. All right. I'm going to keep that there. All right, so the merchant is here. Let's see what he's got. Decoration. That's just silly. All right, always check in. His inventory changes. I do want his piggy bank and vault whenever that comes on sale. Alright, let's take this empty chest and let's take it to the fishing hole. Alright. We'll take it to the fishing hole. And we got the dye trader. That's good. Hush. All right. I don't see any of those vultures at the moment. Oh, we just got a fresh tree popped in. Alright. And we'll just have this to store stuff. And let's get back to fishing. You fish till you run out of fishing stuff, and put all your stuff in the fishing crate. But you can come across some really good things. You also come across junk. There we go, that has better drop rate. It's all about being patient. And so this is my fishing house. Got a golden crate. Actually, you want to open that up right away to see what's in it. Oh, got a life crystal too. Sweet. Now this is better bait, much higher drop rate. And I see it's quickly becoming nighttime. Now, did I build this high enough? Yep. Alright, because it's becoming nightfall. Zombies will show up while I'm fishing throughout the night. I am just outside of their jump range, so I can still keep fishing. Got a crate. That's great. And this is how you get some of the really overpowered stuff, even though you're a starting character. Okay. It's almost nightfall. That does affect the kind of fish you get too. So, may as well keep fishing and keep trying to find something good. And then I have a house I can take cover inside. Although I believe that that is my alarm telling me it's about time to leave for work. So I'll just play for a couple more minutes and then call it. And I'm up here. None of the zombies can get me from here. I am safe. So I can just fish throughout the night, and if those little floating eyeballs come and bother me, I can just retreat into the house. But I can basically keep fishing throughout the entire night and be a-okay. Some of these items you get are pointless. Some of them are surprisingly useful. It's kind of a luck of the draw. You never know what you get. But fishing can lead to getting some really overpowered gear at the very start of the game. And I can just keep fishing like this throughout the night. Alright. Alright, back to fishing. And just keep on. They're not going to get in my house. It's not a blood moon. What they are is definitely annoying. Black lens is useful for making cool kids sunshades. Deposit all. What am I going to keep for myself? There. Let's get an extra life. There. Now I'm a little bit stronger. Oh, shush. So annoying. Y'all just annoying. So, I think that about does it for today. This is how we get a decent start in Terraria. So I'm going to call it here. That's all I kind of wanted to show for today. This is a good way to get yourself a wonderful start at Terraria. Till next time, happy gaming.